Hello, my love, and welcome back to another episode of the Queen of Pep Talks podcast. I hope that your day is off to the most fantastic start. I have a really powerful morning message for you today, but before we jump into that, I want to remind you, because I'm constantly forgetting to do this, if you love these morning messages, every week, Team JJXO is creating phone backgrounds for you, beautiful, gorgeous wallpapers that are so on brand for me that will remind you of these morning messages. They are absolutely free, and there's a link in the show notes of this episode where you can just go subscribe your email address, and then you'll get immediate access to the entire library of all past morning messages. There are so many in there, and additionally, you will receive an email every Thursday with a brand new background that will be added to the library. So if you love these morning messages and the affirmations that I share alongside them, please go and subscribe to that so that you can have them to set on the background of your phone. I have them on the background of mine. The one I have on my phone right now says, "I trust that life is always working in my favor. Even when I can't make sense of it in the moment, I am open to receiving the lessons I need in order to grow." They're so good, and I'm so happy that we get to share them with you. Now let's jump into today's morning message, because there's so much that I have to say around this. Your morning message today reads, "A reminder that your indecision is a decision. Don't be so busy waiting for things to be perfect or to feel certain that you're making the right choice that you miss out on the incredible opportunities that are right in front of you." There's no guarantee you're making the right choice, but there is a guarantee that you'll learn something valuable either way. Your desire to know what the right choice is exactly what's keeping you stuck where you are. Decide, commit, learn, course correct, repeat. This is the strategy for success. This has been a trending conversation in my world recently, especially with my clients who are building businesses. Sometimes in life, we have a desire to understand exactly where our decisions are going to lead us. We want to know, once I make this choice, where is it going to take me? And is it in the direction of ultimately what it is that I want for my life? Is it going to help me achieve the big goals and dreams that I have for myself? The problem is we don't have enough information to necessarily make the best decision because we don't know what's on the other side. And there's no guarantee to ever knowing what is on the other side of our choices. We have to be women who are willing to simply decide even when we don't know exactly where that decision is going to take us. And that comes back to a deep level of trusting within yourself and knowing I am capable of making smart decisions for myself. And I trust that no matter what I decide, whether it's the quote unquote right choice or not, I am going to learn something very valuable from it. I believe that we need to decide as quickly as possible so that we can move forward. Even if you made the wrong decision, you're still moving forward and learning something very valuable from it. So I want you to think about, what are the things that you've been teetering back and forth on? And the first thing that comes to mind is probably exactly what you need to decide on. There's something that you're thinking about in your head. I want to do it. I want to move forward, but you're not for some reason, probably because you keep convincing yourself that you don't know if it's the right choice or not. How are you ever going to know if it's the right choice unless you just decide? My husband taught me a very valuable lesson in my life. You don't know until you know. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, the decision that you're teetering on making, just make the choice. Either decide that you're going to do it or decide that you're not and move on to what's next. But when you're living in this indecision land where it's like, maybe I'll do it. Oh, but maybe I won't. But maybe I'll do it. But maybe I won't. You're just going back and forth and you're not actually moving anywhere, and you're keeping yourself stuck in the place that you're in right now. And being stuck isn't necessarily a bad thing. I want you to make good decisions for yourself. I want you to give thought to your decisions. Yes, I think that that matters, but don't live in a place of indecision for so long, days, weeks, months, years, where you never actually take any steps forward. Even the wrong decision is valuable. Even the wrong decision can teach you something that you really need to know right now. There's no guarantee what's awaiting you on the other side, but the more quickly you decide, the more quickly you will learn. So decide today, commit to that decision, stop the teetering back and forth, one foot in, one foot out. That is a problem. right? I say all of the time, do it or don't, but stop just thinking about it. Right now, you might be living in a place where you're literally just thinking about it, and it is time for you to make a decision, commit to that decision, be all in, take the action towards what it is that you want based off of the decision that you made. You're going to learn so much. And then as you learn, you keep the heightened self-awareness so that you can recognize, oh, this isn't really working the way that I wanted it to, and you can course correct. And then you just continue to repeat this process, and you will be more successful than you are right now if you're a woman who is living in indecision land, okay? You can anchor today's morning message in with this affirmation. Today, I will make the decision I've been going back and forth on. I trust that whatever I decide is going to teach me exactly what I need in this season of my life. So freaking powerful. I love you to absolute pieces. Just decide, babe. I know it feels uncomfortable. I know it feels a little bit scary. I know that stepping into the unknown is a little bit terrifying. Follow the fear. It is leading you exactly where it is you really want to go in your life. Okay. I hope that you have the best day ever. And I will talk to you on the next episode of the Queen of Pep Talks podcast. See ya. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you were inspired by today's pep talk, be sure to share it with me by leaving a rating and review on iTunes so I can keep the encouragement coming your way. I hope you know that your support in helping me grow the podcast this year, it means so much to me. If we aren't already connected on social media, head over to Join Jessica XO on Instagram or join the Join Jessica XO free Facebook community for even more content that will inspire you to show up in your life to the best of your ability. Make sure you check out the show notes of today's episode for links to freebies, upcoming opportunities to work with me, and ways that we can stay connected outside of the podcast. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to chat with you on the next episode of the Queen of Pep Talks podcast. In the meantime, go fuck this day up in the best way possible.